What's the coolest restricted access place you've ever gotten to see? When I was a vet student at LSU, my sister was a doctor in New Orleans. One day, she called me up and said one of her colleagues was going to the NO Zoo to do an ultrasound on one of the new gorillas. Her colleague knew I was in vet school and asked if I wanted to come see it. When we got to the zoo, we found out that the veterinary anesthesiologists that were flying in for the procedure had been delayed, and it would be a while before we started. One of the zoo vets asked if I wanted a tour of some of the backstage areas before the zoo opened. That would have been cool enough for me, but it got better. Once the doctors began setting everything up, I tried to stay as far out of the way as possible. I figured I would just be watching from a corner. Then one of the anesthesiologists walked in the room and said he needed several larger people to help carry the gorilla into the procedure room. I'm a little taller than average, and he pointed at me and said, "You're coming." I went back in the cages and saw the gorilla unconscious and lying on a huge cargo net. It was an adult male, and I never appreciated the size of those guys before I was close enough to touch it. It took about 8 of us to move him. You could feel the power and stink radiating off of him, even while asleep. Everything went fine with the ultrasound, and he entered the zoo population a few weeks later.